Hey guys, welcome back. So the consistency is up and I'm not planning to lose this streak now. Okay. So today we're gonna look at another system. This system is called a speed to lead system. So first of all, what does it mean? Speed to lead. So speed to lead means, for example, if you're doing some sort of cold outreach, it can be cold DM, it can be cold email or anything. Okay. And the prospect replies back to you. So you have a certain time period to reach the to reply back to the prospect. Okay. For example, let's say I sent a cold DM. Okay. And the prospect replies back to me. So I have now 30 seconds to people say that you have 30 seconds to 3 minutes to reply back to them. So your response conversion rate is the right word. So your conversion rate goes up if you close them within 30 seconds to 3 minutes. Your conversion rate will just shoot up. So that is what this system is all about. Okay. So what happens here is, let's say you have a lead. Okay. They fill out your form. It can be from anywhere. Okay. From Facebook ads, from your Instagram or anywhere. Okay. Somebody just filled out your form. They enter into your CRM. Then we have an AI agent that based on the answers that it provided will check if the person is a hot lead, a warm lead, or a cold lead. I'll tell you the difference between all of those. And then it will, if it's a hot lead, it will notify you immediately that we have a hot lead, or notify your team that we have a hot lead. You need to reply to this person ASAP. If it's a warm lead, it will send them a booking link so that we can have a consultation call. And finally, we have the cold lead. And if it's a cold lead, it will send them some sort of freebie. Okay. So let's dive into it. So this is what the system looks like. So first we have two type form modules, and you know this setup by now. First is the watch response. So it is going to watch for the response when the type form is filled. And the second is list responses. Now list responses is going to list all the responses. The reason why we put that is because for testing, we don't want to fill the form again and again, because on a free type form plan, you only get 10 responses. So if I just show you, see, I have only 10 responses. I've used four of them. Okay. So that is the type form. So let me just, that is the type form module. Now let me just show you the form, what I created. So this is my form. The questions that I've asked is the first name, sorry, the name, their email ID. Then I've asked them what is their business all about. What is your number one goal that you want to achieve? What is stopping you from achieving that goal right now? How long have you been doing this? From where you are to where you want to be, how far off are you? And finally, would you be willing to invest in yourself if that is what it took? So, if you just look at the questions give you a basic idea of where the prospect currently lies and do they have the money or not. So, let's say when you look at this one, from where you are to where you want to be, let's say they say their goal is I want to reach 10K per month. And for this particular question, from where they are to where they want to be, they say, yeah, I'm not very far off. That means they have the money to invest. Okay, they are somewhere between them. They're close enough, but they just can't get it. Okay, a person who's making $1,000 a month cannot say that he's close enough to making $10,000. Yeah, if you're $5,000 a month, or yeah, you can say you're pretty close. So you just get a basic idea. Okay, so that is the form. That is all the questions that I've asked. You can ask whatever questions that you feel like. And then we have the Airtable. Now, Airtable, like all the other, is like a CRM. Not like a CRM, is a CRM platform like all the others, Monday, ClickUp, Trello, Google Sheet. So instead of using Google Sheet like I always do, I thought of using a table because in Google Sheet I have to use multiple modules, and I don't know, I've never showed you guys how to use Airtable, so I thought why not just show you guys how to use Airtable. So this is what Airtable looks like. Wait, let me just open it. Yeah, this is what an Airtable looks like. Okay, so currently it doesn't have anything. Run the whole automation so that you guys will understand. Okay, so I have the name, the email, the status, that is, hot lead, warm lead, cold lead, and then we have the answers right here. We're storing all the answers just in case. And after that, we have an AI agent. Okay, now you guys must be thinking, why am I using AI agents so much? Why can't I just make a normal automations? The reason why I'm using AI agents and why I'm shifting more towards AI agents is because these are going to be the future. Okay, the better you get at prompting is how better you get at making automations, because in the future it is going to happen so that you don't need to make all these automations. All you need to do is just prompt to an AI what kind of automation you want, and based on how you say it, how well you say it, the AI will automatically make automation. So you need to get good at prompt engineering. Okay, you have to do that, guys. So here is the prompt that I'm using. It's a pretty big prompt, but let's go over it anyway. By the way, you'll have the blueprints down in the description anyway, so but still, I'll just read it for you guys. You're a helpful, intelligent assistant. You'll be given some questions and the answers to those questions from the user that filled out the form. Your job is to understand their intent and classify them as hot, warm, and cold lead. How to know what kind of lead they are. Now, I said that I'll differentiate between all those three. Your job is to understand their intent and classify them as hot, warm, and cold lead. So I said previously that I'll differentiate between these three. So hot leads. Hot leads are technically people that are just ready to buy. These are your ideal prospects. They just you just tell them about your product and they're just like, yeah, this is exactly what I need. I want this from you. Give it to me now. Okay, these are hot leads. Warm leads are people that know that they know their problem, they know the solution that you provide is apt for them, but they are not that committed. People that are in the middle. Okay, so these are these kind of people, warm leads. And cold leads are technically people that are not completely not interested. You do cold outreach, exactly, people that don't know who you are, that are not interested in your services, but still you give them a shot. Okay, so I've written, if the person is just ready to buy or eager to start, they're super determined. You will classify them as hot lead. You will not create for the hot lead. What I mean by that is you will not create emails for hot leads. Let me just correct that. Emails for hot leads, and then there is warm leads. These are people that are interested but are not committed or not yet sold on the idea. They are people that will help. These are people that if you help them understand will and or give a little push, they might convert into a hot lead, not a warm lead. Hot lead. If after looking at the answer you're still confused as to where to classify certain people, classify them as warm lead. If they are warm lead, you will write an email saying that you're in the right place and that you can help them. Also ask them to book consultation call using the link that I've given below. Then there are cold leads. Then there are cold leads. Now, cold leads, these are people that are completely uninterested in your services, yet these people need nurturing. Okay. Your output should always be in JSON. All the new lines should be replaced by a /n. Format emails cleanly with short paragraph, no wall of text. Always follow the structure: status, subject line, body. Your output should only be what kind of lead they are, and that should only be in one word. Only write emails for warm leads and cold leads only. If they are a cold lead, you will write a small email saying that we are sorry that we can't help them, but instead we will provide them with a document containing 5 automation blueprints and how to set them up. And then you will send them this link. And then I have a Google document link. You will send you will send them the booking link only if they're a warm lead. Okay. So that is the prompt. And after that, we have this tool, which I'll get into it. And if you see in the message section, I have provided them with all the questions. What is the business all about and the answers. Okay. And that is it for the AI agent. Now we have this call a sub scenario. Now, what is this module? So sometimes, since makes AI agent is still in the beta testing, sometimes what happens is it doesn't call the right tool at the right time. Okay. So to avoid that, we have this call a sub scenario module. Now what this does is it will call that particular module on your behalf. So on your AI agent's behalf. Okay. So your AI agent can't call them. This will go ahead and call that. Okay. So I've taken the response from the AI agent, the ID that I get from Airtable, which you see right here, and then just hit save. Pick the scenario, make sure that it's activated. Okay, that is it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you how to add the connection for Airtable. It's very simple. Just click on add, click on OAuth, and another second screen will pop up, which will just directly connect to your Airtable. So it's very easy. Okay. Now the second part of this automation, what to do with these leads. Okay. So the first thing that we need to set up is scenario inputs and scenario outputs. And I guess I forgot to mention this in the previous video, but response. Okay. Now the scenario inputs response is technically the response that we are getting from the AI agent. Okay. So wait, let me just show you a run that I've. So if you just see the output here in the bundle one, it says response. Okay. So it is that response that I need in this particular scenario to run this automation. So I need the response and I need the ID. Okay. So what I've done is I'm using pass JSON module, and I'm taking the response from the AI agent into this particular scenario, and I'm parsing the JSON. Once I've parsed the JSON, I find the record. Okay, I find the particular person in the AI table using the ID. Okay, that is also required. I've put that also in the scenario inputs. If you just check right here. Okay. Then what I've done is if the status, okay, says hot lead, okay, you will go to Slack and you will send them a message inside of Slack saying that you have a new lead. This is the name. This is the email. Somebody get to him ASAP. Okay. One of the team members might just get on. Then we have warm leads. Now for the warm leads, we're sending them an email. Okay. So what I've done is I've added the email. I got the subject line, the body. Okay. Now this email will contain the booking link. Okay, saying something like, "Hey, yeah, you're at the right place. You're at the right place. Hey, James, you're at the right place. I would really like to help you grow your business from 10K to 100K. That is perhaps that is what they said, from 10K to 100K. It would be awesome if you could just go ahead and book a call, book a consultation call, something like that." Okay, I'm not saying this is exactly what it'll send me. Then we have the cold lead. Now, what this particular cold lead does is it will also send them an email, but this one will contain the link to the document. Okay, and that document contains 5 automations on how to set them up and the blueprints of those automation. So this is that. All right. Now Let me just run this automation for you guys. Okay, so let's go back. I've already ran this automation previously, so what I'm going to do is just unlink this section, add this right here, and let me just pick. Let's do for a. Let's do it. Let's do it twice. Okay, let's do it for a hot lead first, and then we'll do it for a cold lead. Okay, because I filled out the form, I have already have the data. Okay, so we are inside of Slack. If I just go right here, let's run this. So as you see, the AI agent is running. Let me just back out of here so that we can see the agent running here as well. All that happened. Now, as you see, this also ran and it went through the warm lead. Okay, perhaps it was not a cold lead, it was a warm lead. Sorry. So we might. Oh no. Yeah, I know why this didn't work. Because we have this random email that I created. If it's accident, if it's somebody's email, I'm sorry, I accidentally sent you something. But anyway, so we have this email. Let me go here. This one. Yeah, it needs a little bit formatting. If you just look at the email, there is a little bit of mistake. But anyway, doesn't really matter because we can change the prompt. Okay. So we say, hey there, love that you help fitness coaches with content and that you're so close to your 10K goal per month. The biggest gap you mentioned is clients, and that's exactly what we help solve: predictable client acquisition through content and funnels. If you're willing to invest, you said true. If you're willing to invest, you said true. We can create a plan to attract, convert coaching clients in 60 to 90 days without burning out in your content. Book a short 30-minute strategy call so that we can see where you outline in the fastest part to get more clients. Here's the booking link. Talk soon. Aditya. That is a pretty good email. Okay. So that worked. You see it is already in here with a form lead status, and you see all the answers right here. Perfect. Let's do that for a cold lead as well. So if I just remove this, add this, and let's run this again once more, and we'll just wait. The AI agent is working. Okay, there was a small error. The two parameter was missing. Oh yeah, I know. I accidentally selected the wrong one. I know why that happened. The reason it happened because this particular form that I filled was empty. If I just click here, there won't be any answers. Yeah. So what I will do is I'm just gonna unlink this because I don't want to send a random email to anybody. And save this, go back, run this once more. For now we just want the data, that is it. That happened. Perfect. So it has already added. It has the cold lead. See, cold lead. Okay. Name is James Martin. I don't want to send a email to somebody named James Martin by accident. So let's see the email that it created. So yeah, the subject line says free fire automation blueprints to help you scale. Thanks for sharing your goals. Reaching 100K is ambitious and clear. I clearly understand that you're not ready to invest right now, so we can't take you on at this stage. To still help you, here's a free document with 5 automation blueprints and the step by step guidance you can use to start moving towards your goal. Here's the link to the document. If you decide you're ready to invest or want support implementing these blueprints, just reply and we'll point you to the next steps. See, that is a very fantastic email and was formatted pretty great. So that is it, guys, and I hope that you have learned something new. So we have to learn something new from this particular automation. So we have to shift our perspective from normal automations to AI agents because the world is moving, the world is advancing very quickly, and we can't stay at the back. We need to get in the front. So AI agents and prompting are going to be the future of how automations will be made. So I am still new at this. You see, I've made mistakes and I'm laying it all out for you guys so that you guys can see that I am still learning with you guys here. Okay, I'm not some 10 step ahead of you guys that I'm a super prompt engineer or something. No. Okay, I'm also learning. I'm helping you guys learn as well. And I hope you guys like this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, guys, because I help you guys. That is the least you can do. Okay, it doesn't cost you any money, or it doesn't take you like hours to do. Okay, just do that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for staying around till the end. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.